Hey everybody, it's Izuku here, and this is part two to like what worked for me and what didn't work for me in 2022. The first video got too long, so here's part two. This is everything that did not work for me in the year of 2022, and without further ado, let's get right into this video. So, the first thing that did not work for me in 2022 was working less than 40 hours. So at the beginning of the year, when I had roommates and I was living at a much cheaper apartment, I was able to get away with working like 19 to 20 hours a week, and it's kind of sad that I wasted all that time. I could have honestly, either for one worked more, that would have just put more income in my pocket. I could have built like a safety net, like I said. I could have had some side money to like start up a business or some shit. Invest in my computer, but yeah, working 19 hours a week just because I could, and then coming home and playing League of Legends with like the rest of my day. That shit was not working. Or I think at the beginning of the year, I was playing New World. And like, yeah, I'd come home early from work so I could grind out the MMO because I didn't want to get left behind. Well, what a fucking dumbass like reality to live in, So, and then like halfway through the year, I started working like 50 to 60 hours because like shit hit the fan. I was like, I need to buckle down as a man and I need to do what I need to do. So I started working like 50 to 60 hours in between them, in between like those amount of hours between two jobs. And that was like during the point in time in my life where I saw like the most growth. I got a new place for me. I got my dog back. Upgraded my car, upgraded my whole PC because I realized I was like, fuck, I want to chase my dream of being an Apex professional, and I was just like, fuck it, drop. I forgot how much I dropped. It was like over 1,000 something, but like I just out of nowhere I was just like, fuck it, I have the money, dropped it on the PC, and then I like started up YouTube, and that's honestly how I even got here, like making self improvement videos. Getting in front of the camera, like for playing Apex, low-key gave me the inspiration to like even hop in front of the camera and like talk to you guys about like being like self-improvement and stuff like that. So um but then after that, I was like focusing too much on playing Apex. I was like playing and live streaming for like 30 or 40 hours a day for like, to like two viewers. I do appreciate my most loyal viewer who stuck through the whole time. T Rev, if I know you watching this video, so appreciate you, man. Like I was just playing Apex and like low key live streaming to one viewer, T Rev, and like a few other people who would stop by when I was playing Apex. But I was focusing too much on that. I started working like 30 hours a week, 35 hours a week. That shit was not working. And then I kind of slipped up on it. And then I had to make a couple of videos about like how I was behind. That's like how I started my self improvement videos. I was like, guys, I can't play Apex anymore. I need to like hold myself accountable and put in some hard work. Like that was like my first self improvement video like ever posted. But that was lucky just me bitching. So, working less than 40 hours did not work in 2022. So, this going forward, we're putting in over 40 hours. We're getting that overtime. We're going to make sure we always constantly have bread in our pocket, and like stuff like that. So, what didn't work for me was working until 9 a.m. But I also had to kind of edit that for y'all because like I work overnight. So, just like working overnight sucks. But, it was like 11-hour days, but those are hours worked. So like that doesn't count for the time like spent getting ready for work, driving to work, driving home from work, resting and regenerating so you could go back the next day. That doesn't count that time. So like I was spending hella time at work at the end of the year trying to pay off a lot of the debt that I had, and it low-key stopped me from being able to do my daily YouTube uploads, and that shit was not working. So like I need to focus on uploading daily on YouTube because I want to do this. I want to make sure that I'm providing good content and stuff like that, and daily content that's really going to help me achieve my goal of like wanting to grow on YouTube. So we're not going to be working till 9 a.m. We're going to cut that back a little bit, but I think getting like I used to believe in like let me work hella hard and then I'll do everything on the weekend. I don't believe in the weekend anymore. I'm gonna try and remove that from my mindset. We're just gonna be working every single day, but we're gonna be working less. We're just gonna try and get an established routine that we're gonna do every day. So like that's kind of what my thought process is going forward. I'll let you guys know how that one works, but take that like one that didn't work with a little grain of salt. Like I said, I it's kind of a theory right now, so I'm gonna have to kind of live it through, and then I'll make a like follow-up video on that. So the next thing is instant gratification. Video games, TikTok, credit card, abusing weed, you know, all of the above. That shit did not work in 2022. You know, when I would sit there and play video games, come home, play New World, play League of Legends, and not go to work, that shit put me behind, right? When I would wake up first thing in the morning, reach for my phone, hop on like Snapchat or TikTok or YouTube Shorts, and like then waste like an hour of my day just laying in bed, that shit put me behind. I already told you guys about the credit card like the last video, or it was this one, you know. When like whenever I wanted something, you know, I had such a high limit in spending money, it didn't like feel anything. So like I would just like often swipe because I'd be like, it's just 40 bucks to swipe. That shit built up over time, and it came to haunt me like at the end of last year, and I had to like buckle down and take care of it. So don't indulge in instant gratification on your credit card either. And abusing weed is probably the most dangerous one. A lot of you guys will sit there and smoke weed all day. I used to do, I literally had to catch myself on this. Like, sit there, smoke weed all day, like chain smoking like you're addicted to nicotine. You know, you're sitting there, you wake up first thing, ain't even brush your teeth, reach for your dab pen, you know, you reach for the bong, you take a hit, whatever. You will sit there all day and like watch TV and just like be content with like watching TV so long as you have some weed in front of you. You'll sit there and play video games and be content playing video games all day so long as you have some weed in front of you. That's like not the way to use weed. You know, it's supposed to be used to like reduce pain, help you sleep, or reduce anxiety, or like help you eat. So like honestly, you should only really be smoking like after a workout, after a hard day of work, like if you're like in a labor intensive job. Don't be using it to like make video games more enjoyable. Use it. My bad, the recording cut out. I guess I'm having storage issues. I've recorded too many videos, guys. That's an accomplishment. But basically what I'm saying is like if you are gonna smoke weed, like really look at yourself and assess like are you abusing it or not, you know. Don't use it to make like video games more enjoyable. You should honestly be able to play video games without it, you know, but use it to make like work more enjoyable. But I'm gonna leave that one off there. On to the next topic, blaming others for like my life problems and situation, you know. That shit did not work for me in 2022. You know, when I blamed like I blamed a lot of my roommate. Yeah, I've had like two like almost like technically three, but I've had two roommates, and I blamed like the first two for like any financial situations that happened in the apartment. And instead of like just taking charge and just being a man about it, and you know, putting up a safety net for myself and making sure I was good, or you know, putting myself around like better people that were like more financially like literate like myself, you know, like choosing who to hang out with, you know, instead of hanging out with buddies from high school who I used to smoke weed with. That was probably the issue, you know. I probably should have found like a more like more dependable dude, you know, like more of a man who I was like also trying to be like, you know, try to surround yourself around like, you know, better people. But me like trying to blame them for anything that happened in the apartment, I can't do that. And that shit low-key put me behind because I would dwell on that shit. And you know, instead of like putting in the work and taking accountability, I would be like, oh well, life's just unfair. They did this to me, and life is the yada yada yada. Like I should have just shut the fuck up. I sounded like a bitch. I feel like I feel shameful just repeating like those words right there. So don't blame others for like your life problems and situations. You know, you control your life. If anything happens to you, really sit there and look and be like, what choices did I make to like lead myself in this situation? You know, yeah, go play some chess. You know, that game will teach you like stuff like that. You know, any mistake you make in chess is your fault. You know, so on to the next one. Holding grudges. All right, I held a lot of grudges with like I said, people who did me wrong. I was like, I'm gonna cut this person out my life and da 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 da, you know, like did that shit at the beginning of 2022. And then like anytime something like bad happened to me, I would just like just cut somebody off like that. Like I was quick to cut somebody off with like I didn't give no fucks. And I held those grudges for a long time, and anytime like that individual person got brought up in like conversation, or like I would think about like the situation that happened, I would get like really angry. It would like low-key be in my mind all day, you know, just like really fuck up the quality of your day. So don't be holding grudges. I found that like I got an example of my old roommate. Like I was kind of salty at first about like what happened, about like us having to quit the lease because, you know, a fight or whatever broke out, and I was holding the grudge for the longest time, you know, and it was coming through like into these YouTube videos. You know, I decided to just be a man about it, go up to him, let's just talk this out. And you know, it was low-key good to have a friend back again. And then, you know what, we worked something out that like now we're both moving forward in life, you know. And like it's good to hear that like the person who I was holding a grudge against, they're also doing good. So, and like we put our differences aside, so now we both are able to just move forward in life. And that's just the beauty of like of not holding a grudge, you know. Don't let that shit affect your work life. Don't burn bridges with like good people over stupid shit, you know. Like just be the bigger person, you know. So that's something that did not work in 2022, holding grudges. All right, the next thing that did not work in 2022, I would low-key I have M1 Finance, so I would just put like invest $35 a week into stocks. And like I thought that was my version of getting ahead, you know. Doing that, I avoided like building up a safety net. So when any time like would happen, I need to swipe my credit card, yeah, I was putting money up, but that money, when you put it into stocks, you're not really supposed to touch that money till your 60s, or like till you're in your 60s or some shit. So it's like you have money put up, but you can't touch that money. So like when I had to swipe the credit card, I wouldn't want to touch my stock money if like some shit happened. If like, let's say my car broke down, I'd have to like make a decision, sell all my stocks and get a car, or like buckle down, put in some overtime, and like save up some money on the side. Like, you know, it's just not a good idea. Read The Millionaire Fast Lane. It'll spell out like it's called the slow lane, you know. Investing in stocks, that shit's gonna take literally 40 to 60 years until you're able to touch that money, like for it to be like a sizable amount like you guys are thinking. So for me to sit there and be like, I'm gonna invest $35 a week, you know, $140 a month, and I'm gonna get rich one day, and I was like content like working that life, that shit was not okay. That shit did not work out for me in 2022. It may work out for you. Please go consult with a financial expert. I'm not a financial expert. Like I said in the last video, I'm in debt, so you may not even want to listen to me. Like I may be in debt, I got stocks, whatever, I have a high credit score, who gives a fuck. I'm just your average Joe Smo. So, you know, go consult with a financial expert. But from my experience, trying to like buy stocks and be like, oh, well, I have a net worth of like fucking $2,500. Who gives a fuck? $2,500, you broke. Yeah, I'm talking to myself in the camera, but like, yeah, like I'm broke. That's not shit. So fuck them stocks. The next thing that did not work for me in 2022 was playing 30 hours of video games a week. That quote also came from The Millionaire Fast Lane. Yeah, like I said, coming home to play like early from work to come play New World or League of Legends, that shit put me behind at the beginning of the year. Even though I was able to afford living off of like 19 to 20 hours a week, I could have used that time to get like ahead, or like, you know, have just like hella investing money, or like even nicer cars, or like better furniture than I have now, you know. Like I could have really done something like with my life. Or like, you know, when the shit happened with my roommates, I could have, if I was like putting in the time into work and stuff like that and was just used to it, I wouldn't have been scared to like go live on my own. And then I wouldn't have like brought them back like 2 days later after the thing happened, and then another altercation wouldn't have broke out, and then we wouldn't have to leave, you know, stuff like that. So I'm not going to put as much time into video games. I realized like at the end of the year of 2022, when I like was reducing how much time I was putting into video games, I was making a lot more progress in my life. So putting 30 hours plus into video games that shit did not work in 2022. Um, Focusing on creating quick cash. That shit did not work in 2022. Like at the end of the year, you know, when I realized my financial situation and stuff like that was kind of hitting the fan, I was all like, well, here, let me start a social media marketing agency and let's try to generate some income through that. Because Iman Ghazi said you could make $10,000 a month. You know, like trying to hop on stuff like that. That shit did not work. I probably could have put like more effort into it, I guess, but like that, like focusing on creating the cash as opposed to like what you actually want to do, that shit was like not working. I guess that's more like what I should have said. But it like this YouTube channel, this is working because like I'm actually passionate about like self-improvement. So when I make videos and like focus on helping people, that works out a lot more, and like I get a lot more return on investment for it. I'm not making any money, but like I still get a lot of support back, and like my subscriber count is growing. So like I should have focused more on that instead of being like, well, let me put time into this agency and market for some esports organizations. That was my idea. I was all like, nobody's marketing for esports organizations here. Let me go try and fill that niche. So, and that I realized that didn't work. So and then yeah, just anytime I would like be like, well, I got a side venture starting up. I would like, and I would like change it up every week. I feel like that was not working. So you know, don't focus on creating the quick cash. This is a marathon, not a sprint. You know, so like things like creating a product that's gonna help people. You know, creating a YouTube channel that provides entertainment, stuff that like take time. You know, like in the long run, that's what you should that's what I should have focused on, you know. So I'm kind of ashamed that I did that in 2022, but you know, like I said, I reflected and we're gonna move forward on. That shit did not work. So going on to the next one, not being in nature. So at the beginning of 2022, I would I work overnights in warehouses, so I'd be in the warehouse, I'd come home middle of the night, like get on my computer, play New World till like fucking the sun came up, and then you know go to sleep, wake up, literally just repeat that situation. The only time I'd go outside would be to walk my dog, and like that's just not enough nature. And I was honestly like really kind of like sad and like not happy with my life at the beginning of the year. Like towards the end of this year, even though it's more winter, I've been like putting more of an effort to like make sure like first thing when like I wake up, go outside while the sun's still up, because like I wake up in the afternoon, like stare at the sun while it's still up, you know, really extend the length of the duration that I'm going out with my dog. You know, anytime I do like take my dog out for a drive, I really try to enjoy that time. You know, just like being out in nature is like something I've been like really trying to put a priority on at the like end of 2022. But like at the beginning when I was not in nature, life was low-key completely shit, mental health was trash, you know, that shit did not work out. So make sure you guys are in nature. And the last one is not getting ready for my day. I would often like I'd probably just sit there and play League of Legends all day, like with my hair still up in a bun. You know, my hair right here on the sides. This shit would not be cut. It would like be shaggy as fuck. My face wouldn't be washed. I'd still be in like sweatpants and like a tank top. Like I did not get ready for my day. You know, like on my weekends and stuff like that. And I would use that excuse to be like, I don't want to go to the store now. I don't want to go outside and do this because like I'm not ready, you know. I would hate getting ready for work, and like I really just hate taking care of my hair. That's like mostly the issue, but like that stuff would like really put me behind. And then there would like be points and times where I'd be like, I want to start a live stream, you know, when I first started up this channel and stuff like that, but I wouldn't be ready for my day. And because like I put it off all the way until I start my live stream, that would like really like hinder the production, because like I couldn't just get up and start a YouTube video if I wanted, or like an Apex stream if I wanted, you know. I'd have to get ready and shit like that, versus like if you just do it first thing in the day, if you want to go out to the store or whatever, you're just able to walk out. You don't have to think about that. If you want to go to the gym, I wouldn't go to the gym because I was like, yeah, bro, I kind of look like a bum right now. I don't want to go to the gym. Bro, you literally woke up, didn't fucking brush your teeth and smoked weed first before you even did any hygiene. Like no wonder you didn't want to go to the gym. You are a bum. So that shit did not work in 2022, you know. Near the end I kind of realized the importance of getting ready for your day and carrying yourself better as a man as I like try to develop myself. So that's just kind of where I'm at. But yeah, these videos are hella long. So anybody who stuck through to the end, I appreciate you for sticking through to the end. I hope you got some type of value from like my experiences of shit that did not work for me. Sorry if I got a little ranty and if I sound a little weird, a little sick. I'm constantly getting sick because fucking working in like 20 and 30-degree weather. But no more complaining. We're just gonna be putting in the hard work and shit like that. We're gonna be staying productive. So like I said, if you got any value, drop a like on this video so other people could also get some value out of this video, and videos like this will show up in your feed. Other than that, please do something productive today. Don't do any of the things I did 2022. Try to be better this year. All right, guys, it's 2023. Time's only ticking, so just make sure you're doing something productive every day. All right, peace out.